in verse 1, did you hear it? Now a certain man was what? Sick. Verse 1, he was what? Sick. He was sick. He ain't dead now. He's sick. Named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. We got 2 verses down, and the man is still alive. Right. He ain't dead yet. Verse 3 says, therefore his sisters, Mary and Martha, sent unto him Jesus, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is. We got 3 verses down, and this man ain't dead. He's still alive. He's just sick. Come on, talk to me. He still is on top of the grave. Now, when Jesus heard that, he said, read it. Hold on. What did it say? Sickness. He said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. This is what Jesus said when he heard that Lazarus was sick. He said, you go back and tell Mary and Martha that what is wrong with Lazarus ain't going to kill him. I wonder how in the world did something that Jesus said would not happen anyway. Because he did say he was not going to die. They said, this sickness is not unto death. I wanted to know, since Jesus said Lazarus was not going to die from what he was sick with, how in the world? How did he die anyway? Mama. I submit to you this morning that Lazarus never should have died. He didn't have to die. That's what stuff happened. Right. That caused this man to die. As a matter of fact, how many times did sickness kill people around Jesus? All right. That's a good one. Right. Yes, sir. How many times was it that somebody was sick, that when they were around Jesus, they just died? Yeah. I mean, he was known, his reputation was known for turning around human sicknesses, turning around things that were opposed to the human value, turning around. That's what his whole life was about, bringing things from the lowest to the highest, bringing from the back to the front. That was it. That's what his entire life was about. And he had helped too many people. Yes, sir. For sickness to kill Lazarus. Yeah. Listen, this is what happened. Mary and Martha, when Lazarus got sick, they had a messenger. Right. They had a messenger. They told the messenger, you go to Jesus with this message. You tell Jesus that Lazarus is sick. And the boy took off running. Right. He found him. And when he got to Jesus, he relayed the message of Bethany's parishioners who had petitioned the Prince of Peace. And when the Prince of Peace heard the word, he sent a servant back and said, you tell Mary and Martha, this sickness is not unto death. And this is what happened in our churches, that you have the potential to trust the man of God to pray to God on your dual role. That they are priests between you and God. And they are prophets between God and you. And if you can trust that man to take your prayers to God, you can trust that man to bring God's answer to you. But when he got back to Bethany, Mary and Martha were so engrossed.
Right. They was upset. Come on, preacher.
They were so engrossed in the devastation of their dilemma that they didn't hear nothing. No. I mean, they didn't hear a thing. Jesus sent the word back, but they didn't hear nothing now. And it is always the word of God that keeps things alive. Are you listening to me? It is what he says that keeps things alive. All Mary and Martha had to do was to look at Lazarus and say, this sickness is now unto death. And Lazarus would have stayed alive. But they were talking amongst each other about the gravity of the situation, not believing that Jesus is coming because they believe that the Logos, come on and talk to me, could not, if he was not there, that the labor would not do.
That's right. That's right.
If that living word ain't there, we don't want to hear the spoken word. Now, come on, talk to me. That's why too many of us, too many of God's people are on the backside of what he is able to do. Because when the messenger comes, we get too busy, we start talking, we got too much stuff to do. We are clock watching, looking, phone texting, seeing who's calling, checking on where we need to go, trying to get up out of here rather than hear what he says.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Woo, bless your name.
Man, it is a fact that Jesus ain't got to be nowhere for what he says to happen. He just needed somebody to believe what he said. Now come on and talk to me. It is his word that makes the difference. It is what he says that makes the difference. Jesus said, my words are spirit and they are life. It is his word that makes the difference. This is word. You know he ain't got to be on the premises for stuff to happen, don't you? Y'all remember when that centurion's servant was sick? And he sent some representatives to go get Jesus. Come on and talk to me. And as Jesus was coming, he thought about it. He said, you go and tell him not to come to my house because I ain't worthy. Because I know what it means to be in charge of stuff. I'm a commander in the army, and all I got to do is say a word and folk line up. He said, you tell Jesus, I said, just speak a word, and my servant will be healed. And Jesus said, my God, not even church folk got that kind of faith. He said,